Have you ever noticed that your dog dislikes someone you actually care about? There have probably been times when it growled, turned away, or even barked, as if trying to warn you. How did you feel in those moments? Surprised? Confused? Or did you simply think, maybe it's just in a bad mood? But the truth is, you might have just missed a very important sign. Scientists have proven dogs aren't just loyal animals. They possess a range of extraordinary abilities, some even beyond human perception. From detecting malicious intent, sensing lies, to sniffing out terminal illnesses, feeling depression, or even knowing when you're about to come home. Don't believe it? Stay until the end of this video. Because what you're about to hear won't just surprise you. It might make you see your dog in a whole new light. There's a truth that many people still don't believe. Dogs can tell who's a bad person in just a few seconds. And it's not just instinct. They genuinely observe and sense it. Imagine this. You're struggling to open a stubborn plastic jar. Beside you are two people. One helps you. One just watches. And another refuses to help, even showing annoyance. You don't say a word, but your dog watches everything. Then, when all three people take turns offering it a treat, it only accepts from the one who helped you. It even flat out rejects the one who showed unwillingness. That's not just a random story. It's based on a real experiment by scientists. They've proven that dogs can distinguish between kindness and indifference. And even more remarkably, they choose to take your side. Do you know what that means? Your dog is observing every relationship around you. It doesn't just love you, it protects your emotions. There's a beautiful saying. A dog doesn't care who you are in the eyes of others, but it always wants you to be loved the right way. And if one day, your dog suddenly avoids someone, trust it, its heart might have sensed something your eyes have yet to see. But that's not all. Because some people don't just act badly, they pretend to be good. So if someone is deceiving you, can your dog tell? There are people who don't appear bad, but they're not honest. They smile politely, speak gently, and their words are as sweet as sugar. But deep down, they're hiding something. And you know what? Your dog senses that too. A group of scientists in Japan conducted a remarkable experiment. They hid food in one of two containers. At first, a person pointed to the container with the treat. The dog eagerly ran over and got its reward. But the second time, that same person intentionally pointed to the empty container. The dog followed, opened it, and nothing. Then the third time, when the person pointed to the correct container again, the dog didn't trust them anymore. It turned away. No one taught it to be suspicious, but it learned on its own. This person is not trustworthy. Are you getting chills? Your dog doesn't just recognize kindness. It can feel the deceit hidden behind a mask. That explains why so many dog owners say, "My dog didn't like that person. I thought it was just being grumpy. But later, that person really hurt me." If you've ever been in a situation like that, let your dog be the first to vote no. Because they never lie, and they never betray. And, if they sense that someone is hurting you, even just from a glance, they will quietly protect you, at all costs. But that loyalty isn't just seen through their eyes. It's etched forever, in something invisible, that you'd never expect. There are things we think we've forgotten. But for dogs, memories don't fade. They live through scent. We may forget voices, forget faces, but for a dog, just a passing scent can bring everything rushing back, perfectly intact. Did you know? A dog can remember your scent for life. Even after years apart, even when you think they've forgotten. Science has proven, when a dog smells the scent of someone they love, the part of their brain responsible for joy immediately lights up. Like hearing a childhood song again. Like seeing your mother's old sweater in the closet. For a dog, it's not just memory. It's love, relived in every second. I once met a small dog at a rescue shelter. It had been lying quietly for months, distant, barely eating, until one day, a middle-aged woman came to visit, carrying an old scarf. The dog suddenly sprang up, rushed over, sniffed it eagerly, its tail wagging non-stop, eyes glistening with tears. It was the scarf of its previous owner, who had passed away in an accident 2 years earlier. You see, dogs don't love with their eyes. They love with memory and emotion. And scent is how they embrace the past. How they hold onto you, even before you return. If you're far from your dog right now, know this. It still remembers you, every day, in every breath of wind. And if you've lost a four-legged friend, I believe that, somewhere deep in your memory, you both still carry traces of each other's scent. But that's not the only ability that touches our hearts. Do you believe that some dogs have saved lives using nothing but their nose? It's not a movie plot. It's not magic. It's science and unconditional love. Dogs possess an ability that even doctors, CT scans, or modern tests sometimes fail to detect in time. They can smell illness, from cancer, diabetes, to Parkinson's and even epilepsy. The scent of an unwell body, to a dog, is a clear warning bell. In the UK, there's an organization called Medical Detection Dogs. They train dogs to detect the scent of cancer cells through nothing but a person's breath. And some of the stories they share are nothing short of tear-jerking. One girl with type 1 diabetes was woken in the middle of the night by her dog. It gently pawed at her hand, barked softly. When she checked her blood sugar, the level had dropped to a dangerously low point. If not for her dog, she might never have woken up. Dogs can detect changes in hormones, sweat, and breath, things that humans simply can't perceive. And more importantly, they do it not for a reward, but out of love. You might forget to check your blood pressure. You might neglect your health. But your dog will never forget to watch over you with its heart. Many have shared that, before a seizure strikes, their dog becomes anxious, starts barking, or even blocks their path with its body. That's not just instinct. That's a warning and pure love. You might not feel the changes happening inside your body, but your dog does. Have you ever had a terrible day? And suddenly found your dog lying beside you? Silent, not playing, not demanding anything, just simply there, with you, offering understanding without a single word? Dogs don't need you to explain. They don't need you to cry out loud. They don't need you to share your pain. Because from the very moment your heart grows heavy, they already feel it. Modern science has confirmed what dog owners have long believed. Dogs can sense sadness, and even depression, in humans. When you're sad, your body releases stress hormones. Your gaze drops. Your heartbeat changes. And with a nose astonishingly sensitive and a heart that's always attuned to you, your dog picks up on it all. Some dogs completely change their behavior when their owner is sad. They lie still, right next to you. They rest their head on your lap as if to say, "I'm here, not going anywhere." No one had to teach them. You didn't have to ask. Because that kind of love is instinct and an unspoken promise. Someone once said, "I couldn't cry to anyone except my dog." And you know, for many people, their dog is the only reason they keep going. Because even if the whole world turns away, when you walk back through that door, there's always a pair of eyes waiting, a tail wagging, and a heart that still loves you, as if you were their entire world. Have you ever tried calling someone, just to hear their voice for a moment? Because you miss them, because you love them, because you need to feel like they're still there, with you. And the strange thing is, your dog feels exactly the same way. There's a fascinating phenomenon that has caught the attention of many researchers. When an owner calls home, just an ordinary video call, the dog's behavior instantly changes. Its tail wags non-stop, its eyes glisten, and sometimes it even lets out a soft bark, as if to ask, "Why aren't you home yet?" Many people assume dogs don't recognize us through a screen. But in reality, the sound of your voice, its rhythm, its emotion, is an invisible bridge between you and your dog. They don't need a clear picture. They don't need to see your face on camera. All they need is your voice, to know you're still there. A study from Hungary confirmed this. When dogs hear their owner's voice, the part of their brain associated with positive emotions lights up powerfully, just like when their owner is physically present. Do you know what that means? It means that while you think you're just talking to a pet, on the other end, there's a heart rejoicing because you're still okay. No hugs needed, no petting, just your voice is enough to make them feel loved and never forgotten. If you're away today, call home, just for a few seconds. Your dog will understand and wait for you, with all the trust in its heart. Have you ever seen your dog suddenly growl in the middle of the night? Or stare intently at a corner of the room, where there's nothing, as if sensing something very strange? Many people have shared stories like, "My dog barked furiously into empty space. It howled, raised its hackles, and circled around a spot with nothing there. Minutes later, I got tragic news from a relative." You might think it's just coincidence. You might believe or not, but there's growing evidence, from science to personal accounts, that dogs possess a sense beyond human reasoning. They can feel energy, from people, from spaces, even from the unseen. Some researchers call it a biological sensitivity field, a kind of energy wave detection triggered by major events like death, accidents, or emotional upheaval. Many dog owners have said, just before a loved one passed away, their dog began behaving strangely. It lay by the door, whining, refusing to eat, and then, the heartbreaking news arrived. You might not believe in the supernatural, but you can't deny that chilling feeling. When you look into the eyes of a dog staring into the void, as if holding a silent conversation with someone you can't see. Perhaps, while humans are busy trying to explain everything, dogs simply choose to feel, with instinct and heart. And if one day, you notice your dog behaving unusually, take the time to be with them. Now you know, dogs don't just wag their tails when they're happy, bark at strangers, or lie at your feet when you're feeling down. They are silent companions who sense the entire world, just to love you alone. They recognize deceit. They remember your scent for life. They alert you to illness, foresee danger, and wait for you every single moment. Not out of duty, not out of instinct. And if you've ever felt lonely, hurt, or unsure of yourself, remember that there's a soul who still loves you unconditionally. Without demands, without judgment, just as long as you remain you. Thank you for staying with the Dogfluence until the very last moment. And if you want to keep sharing in these touching stories, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.